G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. Now, guys, we have been talking a lot about the offense with Matt Canada, Mitchell Trubisky, and myself. And I know that Owen is not a huge fan of either of Canada or Trubisky, and something needs to happen with this offense. But today, we're going to switch gears just a little bit. We're going to put it in reverse, start her up, and then fang it on out and start talking about the defense. Because I want to talk about the defense just a little bit. We don't have TJ Watt. The game we just passed now versus the Patriots, we didn't get one sack. So I wanted to go over a little bit of data. And I want to go over try and look at the data and look at the rankings with our defense. Now, I went into a site. It's just called teamrankings.com, NFL stat. It's got everything. Teamrankings.com, NFL. It's got every ranking you ever think of. But I chose these rankings at random. So we will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 stats that kind of paint a small picture for the defense so far. But let's start with, I guess, an easy one. All right. NFL team opponents' yards per game. The Pittsburgh Steelers are ranked 25th. Now, a lot of these stats all go together. The Pittsburgh Steelers are ranked 25th and have given up 404 yards. Right. That's quite insane, right? But we have been in these games where 1-1, the Steelers beat the Bengals, and they only lost by 3 points the other day. In my opinion, it was a lot to do with the offense couldn't score points in the fourth quarter. However, the defense is out there a very long time. 25th, and they've given up 404 yards. So they're doing their best, but that's what's happened. Now, moving forward, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, the opponent plays per game, the Steelers are ranked 32nd, and they have allowed the opponent on average. This is average, right? On average, 80 plays per game, and that includes overtime. So that is incredible. That in 2 games, they are 32nd, and we have seen our defense far too much, right? And how long have we seen our defense out there, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense? Well, you'd think they would be 32nd ranked. NFL team opponent average time of possession ranked, they're number 30. And they have been out in the field, not including overtime, so they probably would be number 32 if you included overtime. But not including overtime, they have been on the field for 35 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, I believe that 32nd was the Carolina Panthers, and they are also 0-2. So they have played, on average, 80 snaps per game, which is 20 more than you probably should be out there, right? And they've been on the field 5 minutes longer than the average time of possession was around 28, 30 minutes, okay? Because the offense is not holding the football and not getting first downs. And like we've been talking about, where there's a chance of putting Kenny Pickett, in my opinion, I think Kenny Pickett needs to go in there sooner rather than later, or Trubisky needs to step it up against the Browns and really go after it and prove all the haters wrong. Because something's going on here. The defense on the field, far too long. The defense, however, with all those high numbers, they have a few firsts. And I want to get to some good things first, all right? So we'll change it up. Here's a good thing. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense, sacks per game, they're ranked 4th. They have 3.5 per game. However, there's a catch here. The Steelers recorded 7 sacks in the first game, and once TJ Watt went down, they couldn't get any pressure on Mac Jones, and they recorded 0 sacks. So 3.5 is quite high in 2 games. However, they couldn't get one in the second one. So imagine if TJ Watt was out there. That'd be crazy. Now, another high, which is also could be deemed as a negative, the NFL team tackles per game, they are ranked 1st in the league. They're ranked number 1. You're probably thinking, yes, rank 1. That's awesome. No, that's bad. That's really bad. The defense is out there too long, and they have had to tackle the opposition 76 times per game. And that's probably about 26 more than they should be, right? Now, I got 2 more slides to tell you guys. But before I show you guys the slides, if you're a fan of the channel, you're a fan of myself, here. My name's Mark, and I work with Owen, Britsburgh Owen. If you're a friend of the channel, hit that like and hit that sub. All right. Now I've got 2 to go, and I've got 2 interesting points as well. The Pittsburgh Steelers in 2 games, right? The NFL team opponent 3rd down conversion per game, and this is where the problem starts, and this is how, without TJ Watt and with a poor offense all year, the Steelers will be in big trouble, and they may miss the playoffs for the very first time. The Steelers are ranked 31st. On third down conversions, roughly per game, they give up 8.5 per game. So that could be a 3rd and 2. That could be a 3rd and 8. That could be a 3rd and 4. That could be a 3rd and 15. It could be anything like that. At the moment, through two games worth of data, they're giving up 8.5, which is really bad. Really, really bad. But here's the funny point. Here's the funny point. With all those stats, right? Rank 30, 2, 80, the 4 sacks, the most tackles, all those stats. The key point, which I've been talking about in the offseason, and a lot of Steelers fans out there, you know this. Here's the key point and how we can win games. The NFL team opponent points per game. The Steelers rank 12th. So with all that negativity, with the team being on the field far too long for 35 minutes and 32 seconds, the Pittsburgh Steelers rank 12th in the league so far after 2 games. They rank 18.5, right? 18.5. If the Steelers can allow teams to only score 18.5 or below 20, there's a high chance they can win. The catch is, though, the offense can't score more than 14 points. It's been very hard for this offense to do anything. We know in the first game when they won 23-20, they relied on field goals and they relied on Minkah Fitzpatrick scoring the points. In the previous game versus the Patriots, they only scored 14 points, and one of those touchdowns was off a turnover as well. Okay, so if the opposition is scoring 18.5 and our offense can't score more than 18.5, you're going to lose every week. That's just simple math. So I thought those stats were quite interesting. Now we have a game coming up against the Cleveland Browns. Do these numbers mean anything? To a certain degree. They don't mean, that much. However, on the other side, when you look into the data, and if this trend continues from the 3rd game, 4th game, 5th game, 6th game, we have some hard games coming up, like Buffalo, Bucks. If this trend continues, running 80 plays per game is not going to fare well for your defense, and it will not fare well for this team, right? 404 yards every game on your defense allowing, and they're trying their hardest. Cameron Hayward, Ogunjobi, Alex Highsmith, they're all trying as hard as they can. Miles Jack, Minkah, they're playing their best. But the key point is, for me, with this team, the Pittsburgh Steelers going forward, the 1-on-1 AFC North leading champions at the moment, is to give this defense a shot, the offense has to stay out there. And that's the big difference. The offense is not staying out there. You're allowing other teams to be on the field for 35 minutes, right? 35 minutes. It's not going to work. It won't work. So I have said on my other channel, Steel Nation Australia, I have lost confidence and I've lost faith in Trubisky, right? I have faith in this defense. I really do. Even without TJ Watt, this will be the 6th game in a row, I believe, or 6th game in the Steelers' career that TJ won't play. And we are 0-5 so far without TJ playing. Now, I already have them. I won't tell my score just yet, but I have them pegged as a loss for this game because I don't believe on a short week the offense can get back at it. And I don't believe that this defense can do enough to slow down the opposing Nick Chubb and the opposing Browns offense. And it's not really on the defense. It's more or less on the offense. The Steelers offense can't stay on the field. They can't sustain drives. They can't get first downs. They can't move the ball up the field with the Matt Canada offense, which then in turns puts the defense in a hard position to go out there and win the game by themselves. And unless Minkah's going to run back every single pick six to score 7, 14, 21, Minkah needs to score 21 points by himself. to have a chance to win 21-7, 21-14. So the offense needs to step up. But I found those stats intriguing. If you guys found those stats intriguing also, make sure you leave a comment below and you hit that sub, because this can't happen. Number 1 in the league after 2 games, 76 tackles per game. And they are oh man, they're playing hardcore. Ranked 32 and 80 plays per game. That's a lot. I love defense, but I don't want to see my team be playing 80 plays per game. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.